the key voices in the tax avoidance debate is the Federation of European Accountants, representing the accounting profession across Europe. I've been speaking to its CEO, Olivier Boutellis, and I began by asking him about the tax avoidance debate.
I think the tax debate is really important to the profession, and on that I believe there's a good news and a bad news. The bad news is that we're really at risk of losing our license to operate in this. All these things that we talked about during the audit reform, like audit-only firms, they're likely to come back by the window, so we do have to be extremely careful. The good news, however, is that I think there is a tremendous opportunity out there for the profession to rebuild public trust and to even innovate and consider providing new services. The Federation of European Accountants has two strategic objectives. The first one is enhancing the reputation of the profession. The second one is increasing its relevance. To achieve these two strategic objectives, we have three strategic priorities. The first one is audit and assurance, and we know what we've gone through on this one. The second one is public finance. Public finance, we see this as having two sides. The first side is tax, a very hot issue right now, and the second one is public sector accountability. The profession has to play its role to provide transparency on what in Europe is more or less half of our economy. And the last one, but a very important one, is actually corporate reporting. I say corporate reporting at large because it doesn't only include financial reporting, it also includes non-financial information, country-by-country reporting, and all the new forms of reporting that stakeholders are calling for. In this field, the Federation of European Accountants has actually recently issued a report, which is a discussion paper on the future of corporate reporting, on which we would very much welcome the input and views from your colleagues in practice at BDO. Well, in terms of opportunities, I really think there are multiple. And just to give you an idea, I was last week at a roundtable organized by NGOs. These NGOs actually that were quite upset at times with what they perceived as being the role of the profession in the past. And very interestingly, the same NGOs actually very quickly in the conversation were asking for the profession to provide assurance on all these new reporting that they're calling for, including country-by-country reporting. And they now, because we engage in the dialogue with them, they now see the profession as an essential piece of the solution. The Federation of European Accountants has engaged very early on with the Dutch Presidency of the Council. An example of that actually is when we welcomed Minister Jeroen Dijsselbloem, the chair of the Eurogroup and Minister of Finance of the Netherlands, to one of our meetings where he spoke about the profession and his expectation of the profession. I would actually recommend you take a look at his speech on our website. He has a lot to say on the profession, and you know that the Netherlands has been undergoing quite breathtaking reform of the profession.